How you guys doing? I just thought I'd make a quick video real fast, to give you guys an update on what I'm doing in my life and everything else. And of course to talk about my favorite thing in the whole wide world right now is drip. And I was about to do my daily hydrate. So I thought I'll share it with you guys and just give you an update on what's going on and how I'm going through it and facing drip and just bring you along for my ride. I'm kind of like using this channel and this just to talk to people who are like-minded as me, and just give you an update on my life and what I'm doing. So let me just first do this hydrate. I made 6 drip today. I got 600 in deposit. So let's just go and hydrate that real fast. Alright, so that's hydrating. And I just wanna for a second tell you guys what I'm doing and why I missed the update making new videos to my channel. Okay, so for one, I got a promotion at my job that I'm working at right now, right? And I got a promotion at my job, and I got this promotion, which is great. It's always a job that I wanted to do at my job. It's always a job I wanted to do there where I work at. It was something I've always wanted to do, and it's basically I'm the manager now. Like, it's a promotion basically, and with this promotion comes more responsibilities. Obviously, it's more stuff I gotta do, and I'm in charge of more people, and it came with a few extra stuff I have to do, and I'm not like even really worried about any of that. But what I do notice is in this position, it kind of reminds me of like drip, and then there are people at my position or at my job that kind of jealous that I got the job, and some of it's kind of just completely stupid. Like, some guys are jealous I got the job even though they didn't apply for it. Like, let me say that again. Some people are jealous of my job position even though they did not apply for the same position. Like, that makes any sense to you? They're jealous because I work in this position, but the position was available for everybody and no one applied. I applied and I got it. There was one other guy I applied against, but going off the history between the two of us, I worked a little harder than him, so they gave Joe to me. So you're gonna have people, I see that as like people that would drip. You're going to be inside a drip, and there are gonna be people that's gonna try to talk you out of it for literally no reason. Like, they're just gonna try to like talk you out of drip because they aren't in it and they don't believe in it, so they think you should believe in it. And there's nothing stopping them from getting into drip. There's nothing stopping them from being the cryptocurrency. And if they didn't like drip, they could just get out. But people will be at a point where they will just be jealous of you because they think you're doing something right, but they're not 100% sure. So they just be jealous of it on the sidelines. Like, they see you're doing something. They don't know if it's right, they don't know if it's wrong, but they would much prefer if you would do nothing. And that's a lot of the reasons why how I see drip and I see this new position. If I had stayed at the position that I was at and not moved up, they would prefer that over me, applying for a new position and moving up. Whether I can do the job, whether I do a good job or a bad job, they hate the idea that I'm doing something. Because if I'm doing something, that means that I'm moving forward. Whether it be a mistake, whether it be a good decision, they don't like that because they're standing still. And I think I remember a quote that once said that the people that will hate on you the most are the people that started with you. As you're moving up the ladder in life, not just your jobs, but your life, people that's gonna hate on you the most are the people who started with you. Because they're still where you both started to, and you've gone and grown to something completely different. And it's your daily reminder to them of what they should have been doing. And you can double that if you actually become successful. So a lot of people who are hating on people on drip and hating on people getting into drip are people that are they see you doing stuff in drip and programs can be completed in under a year. Sorry about that. I had what's it called? Spotify was playing a commercial. But basically, that was a bad idea to play Spotify in the background. It was just something. I was trying something new. I won't do that again. But basically, like I was saying, you're going into drip, and there are people that's going to hate on drip because they don't know if it's gonna work. They don't know if it's not, and they're hating on you because they see you're doing something. All they have to do if they don't like drip is not buy it. That's all you gotta do. If you don't like drip, don't buy it. Like me, I don't believe in Tesla stock, so I don't buy it. I'm not dogging on people who do get into it, but they are so. People are afraid of you moving. You know what I mean? They don't know if it's gonna work. They don't know if it's not gonna work, but they know if it does work, you're in it and they're not. So they will much rather you just do nothing than instead of you moving forward and becoming something. Because if the off chance that you're right, you be successful. But if you sit with them on the bench and do nothing, then no matter what happens with drip or what happens with cryptocurrency, then you'll be right with them. It's like it goes back to that old saying that misery loves company. And the only way to be successful is to fail, and then you become successful. But there are people that don't even try. And even if you fail, you're above the people who didn't even try. And that's what I feel like with my job. Like, I don't think I'm going to fail in this position because I really am giving it my all and everything I have. And I think I'll be successful at it because there are people who've done it before. But even if I weren't, for the off chance that I weren't, at least I tried. You know what I mean? At least I tried. At least I went into there and I gave it my all and I tried it out. You know what I mean? If it didn't work, it didn't work. But at least I gave it a shot. And that still puts me above anyone else. Because even if I failed, I got something that you didn't. Because let me say it again so I say it correctly. Even if I fail at doing this new job, I'm still ahead of you because I got something out of that for trying it and failing. I got a lesson out of that. You learned nothing by sitting on the bench and watching. You gained no experience by sitting on the bench and watching. Even in failure, I still got more than you did because I tried at it. That means the next thing I do, I can bring that level of experience to it again. And even if I fail with the next one, so I'm still getting better and better and better. So I kind of look at that as people with drip. They don't want you to get into drip because they don't want you to be successful. They don't want you to get into drip because in the end, they'll sit on the sidelines and they'll hope nothing goes, nothing happens with it. At the very least, they hope it just stays at the same level it is. And I say to people like that, my advice to anyone who's just getting into drip and they're a little off, maybe they got friends that's telling them different, and they don't know how to convince people to move into drip, and they don't know how to encourage people to try out drip. The best thing you can do to convince people to join drip is to max out your wallet. Keep hydrating and max out your wallet. And the best thing you could do to show them to get into drip is to max out your wallet and become financially free, quit your job, buy a house, buy a car, and live your life on your own terms. When they start seeing those things and they come back and ask you, like, how are you doing this? Like, how did you get to this point? Tell them the truth. Say, hey, Drip Network. You know what I mean? The animal farm. That's how I did it. Like I told you 6 years ago. Like, you know what I mean? And just that's the best way to convince people. Trying to convince people otherwise and like showing them the charge, trying to show them what Forex Shark is making, and trying to convince them in the technical sense. For people who aren't technical, you know, these are very basic people, you're better off just showing them the results. But anyway, that's all I'm going to talk about for now. I will talk to you guys in another one. Talk to your boy.